Hey, you guys, I'm so excited about just seeing your faces tonight, and we've got some fun things that we want to share. And I just want to open it up by saying, welcome to the tribe. Darcy, we are so glad that you're here. That is really fun that you jumped on our call tonight. So, hi. I don't know if you can figure out how to make your video work, but we'd love to see your face if you can. If not, that's okay, but we just want you to know that we're glad you're here, and it's nice to meet you. And I just wanted to start with just gosh, it's been a really cool month so far. And how many of you are like shocked that it's already September 24th? Like, what the heck had that just happen? It's kind of a little bit crazy, but I love seeing just this excitement happening, this momentum happening. You know, we always talk about harvest time, and it is really fun to see harvest time happening. And we're going to get to hear a couple of cool stories of how that's kind of playing out in a minute. So, Crystal, I'm going to let you come on in just a minute. But before that, I just want to say, just a couple of little quick housekeeping things. One is, if you are coming to conference but you have not yet paid Lori Kendall for your ticket for the Shooting Stars party, please be sure to do that so that we can just make sure that we're getting those final counts in. Secondly, how many of you, I'm going to take it off speaker view real quick. How many of you, oh, hey, Nate's on. That's so fun. Okay, I just saw him. Hey, welcome, Nate. That's Peggy and Alex's nephew. And anyway, so how many of you are participating in the water project and are loving how you're feeling? Raise your hand. Oh my gosh, I'm like, it's crazy. If you all didn't see the live video we did this morning, Peggy's skin will blow your mind. Go back and watch it, even if that's all you watch it for. Like, I don't know how well you can see it in this kind of lighting. She looks like she's telling a ghost story. Hello, here's my glow. Anyway, I'm telling you guys, like, if you're not drinking a lot of water, which I don't normally drink a lot of water, it is the weirdest. It's weird because we know this stuff. Like, we are always telling people how to get healthy, right? And one simple change, and we all know that, but let's just be real. We don't always do all those steps. Maybe you guys do. I don't always do all those things I know that I should be doing, but I'm telling you what, drinking all this water is making me feel like a champ. Like, seriously, my workouts are stronger. My, like, eating is more on point because I feel like not as hungry, and my skin's doing all this cool stuff. And Peggy without makeup today was like she was like on the cover of a magazine. Seriously, go watch the video. It's like, it's all like firm and like glowy. It looked like she had a tan. I was like, have you been tanning? Oh no, it's just the water like bringing out the natural glow. So if you're not doing that, girls, add it to your beauty regimen. Guys, I think it's going to be good for you too. But how fun is it? First of all, let me do a shout out. Can I just say, out of 9 of us on here, which kind of feels like this is the Brady Bunch right now, actually, right? Like we are in these little squares. How awesome is it that we have 3 men on this call out of 9? That's pretty dang awesome. So, like, shout out to Brad and Alex and Nate. We are so excited that you guys are on. So I love that. So anyway, if you guys are not part of the water project and you want to be, let us know. And but it's just in the Rise Up Strong Facebook group, which has been our customer care group for a long time. And then we kind of changed it over, and it's kind of become more of a community group where we're sharing healthy tips and ideas, and Peggy and I go live every week, or we're starting to have some guests go in there and go live. And so I think it's just a great place to funnel your people, and so they feel like they're part of this community. And what's really cool is, we just said this morning, is that last week, what did we have? 1,500 people in there or something last week. Now it's over 2,000 people in this group. And I just love it because now it's starting to be active and people are excited and everyone's posting, and it's just been really fun. And for me, again, knowing I need to drink the water, not always doing it, it's been really great accountability for me and Peggy too. So we've been loving it. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and open it up to Crystal because she has a really cool story. And again, welcome, Darcy. I'm so glad you're on. But Crystal, tell us a little bit about your story of harvest time and what's happening for you.
Hey, everybody. So I've been with the company for 4.5 years, which is just blows my mind. It feels like 5 minutes sometimes. And as I think everyone on this call, even if you're fairly new, realizes, it's like a roller coaster. You know, sometimes we have ups and downs with it, but and that's why it's important that we have, the passion behind it, because when you have the passion, and you really are passionate about what you're doing, then when you get to those low times, right, then it'll still be all worth it and you won't fall off the track, right? And so I haven't sponsored, and Darcy doesn't know this, and I'm totally just being real because that's what we do, right? So I haven't sponsored anyone for 2 years, guys. I just realized that, and I told my husband that today, and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, 2 years," which is insane. Like, and it's not because I haven't been trying or anything. It just that's I don't know, for whatever reason it hasn't been happening. But so Darcy is amazing. She's a homeschooling mom like me, and she's also we have so much in common. It's really funny, but we met officially probably maybe a month ago. So she joined my workout group. I run a nonprofit workout group here in our area, and so she started coming to the workouts and everything, and it was really cool. And started getting to know each other. And one day, I think it was at the workout, she's like, "Yeah, I've been stalking you for months," and I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, I've been watching what you do, and I've been, following Juice Plus, and I went and did all this research on it because, she's like, she used to be with a different company, and she was pretty passionate about what she did with that because she's a chef, but she just noticed something different about the way I posted and the way that Juice Plus does things. It's just so different. And so she really was just drawn in to, that it's not just pushing a product and selling a product, but that it was, about the whole person. It was about inspiring people and about, all the things we're about. And so, this is how it's done, right? This is how it's done. We're supposed to, draw people in and everything. And it's just been so fun. And so she's on the call right now. She's not officially signed up yet, but it is after 10 o'clock our time. So if she's not on video, that's probably why, because we're both ready for bed right now. But super, super excited to what she brings to the table. And she's definitely like when she signs up for something, she goes for it. And so I'm super excited about that. And getting to know her more. We have a lot in common. She even has curly hair. Like, seriously, we have so much in common. It's really funny. But also, another friend is going to join my team as well in the next couple weeks, Jolene. And she goes all the way back to the Bridge Church in Hawaii with a lot of us. And so that's going to be super, super fun. She's one of my very best friends. And she knows Virginia because they were stationed in Germany together, and it's just really cool. But it's just so fun to watch, there were times when I wanted to give up, right? Because it wasn't happening overnight, but I just totally know, and I see God's hand in it, I just totally was growing so much, and I still am, and I will always be, of course, but it's just super fun to see God's hand and to see his plan, even if it took 2 years for me to sponsor someone, but I've learned so much about myself. So welcome, Darcy. I'm so excited to have you.
Crystal, I love that. And I just want to thank you for your willingness to just share your heart and be transparent. But I think we actually were talking about this on the NMD call today, that it's so good for us to have somewhere where we can be like that. It was really cool because I'll just share a little piece of this. Kristen Nolan today was like, how do each one of you feel? She asked us all this question and said, I want to know how each of you feel about your businesses. And she's like, and I'm talking like your front line, what's new, what's happening there, not like the rest of your team that's already doing stuff. But she said, I want to know, like, how are you each feeling? And she made us give it a number. And I know it was really impactful for me to do that and like think through that and talk through it. And one of the things we were all sharing about is it's so good and healthy for us to have a place where we can share those things, like the struggles, the good, what we're excited about, the things that, we want to get better about. And so I just love that you shared that here. And I think that it's going to help other people feel like, okay, I'm not the only one, or it's okay that I kind of am in that same place. I don't know about any of the rest of you. I can't speak for anyone else, but I can guarantee you there probably are people who are like, wow, I love that she shared that because I thought I was the only person on this whole team that maybe ever had that thought. And you're not, you're in good company. We've all had those thoughts. My upline, who used to be in the business before Linda, so now Linda's my upline, but Jim and Kathy, she used to joke all the time that she would like fire herself and then hire herself the next day. And like, it wasn't super often, but it was just sometimes. And I just thought that was pretty cute because she's like, but yet you keep going and you said it, but you've also done it. So I think it's more important. I'm going to say what I mean in a second. Like, it's one thing for you to say that, these things never went away or that you kept learning. But like, I've watched you and I've watched you continue to come to events. I've watched you continue to come to conference, to continue to stay in the game, even when you weren't sure, and we don't obviously know all those things that are going on in people's heads. But I just want to say to you that it's really cool and so inspiring to me to like get to celebrate that. Like my heart's like pounding right now to think about celebrating this for you, knowing that it was more of a struggle than any of us maybe even knew, but yet you kept going. And so I just want you to know that I'm so proud of you for that. That's really cool. So thanks for sharing that.
Let me say something real fast about Crystal. Yeah. So I don't know if I've said this story or if any of you have heard this story, but when we first moved, so our very first duty station was Hawaii. So we were brand new to the military, like brand spanking new. This was our first assignment in our first little crappy apartment with big cockroaches. And we, like, on day 2 of us being there, we went to this church. And on that day, I met Kristen Foshi. That's where Kristen came running out to the parking lot. She was big, pregnant. Like, she wasn't big, but her belly was big. She was pregnant. And she was exactly Kristen with a big pregnant belly. It was funny. Anyway, she's running out to me and she's like, I saw you guys in church and we're having a Bible study tonight. Do you guys want to come? I was like, sure. We don't know anybody. So we came. That's how we met Kristen. And then that very next week, so this church assigned people to different parts of the island. So where whatever neighborhood you were in, they had a person that would come and welcome you. Well, Crystal was my person. So she came to my house and gave me a box of chocolates and a card. And I thought that was so special that she would do that. I'm meeting all these wonderful people. And so that's how long I have known Crystal and Kristen. It's from the Bridge Church. So look at all these relationships that are happening just from that. And that was, Charlotte's going to be 12 next month. So that was like 11 and a half years ago.
And that's where Virginia met Kristen too, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And Katie McFadden, who is the sales coordinator on your team. Isn't that where you met her? Or no?
I met Katie in Hawaii the second time, not the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But still pretty cool. Like, you just never know where you're going to meet people. I actually heard someone say the other day, you guys, that and who was it? Oh, it's you. You said this about Ellie Shepley. 2 people? Wait, how many people? You say it, because I don't remember the details. Peggy?
I said it?
I thought Leah said it. Ellie Shepley said she only knew like 1 or 2 of the people that are on of all her qualifiers before she even. So like basically all the people that are on her team that are doing stuff are people that she just met. They are not people that were like friends of hers already. So that's really cool to think about too.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I love that. So good job, Crystal. That's awesome. Okay. So I'm so bummed that she couldn't be on tonight, but Alejandra, I'm going to talk about her for a second. So it's her husband's birthday, so they were going out somewhere and she couldn't be on. But anyway, she asked me last week, she just sent me, I want you guys to see a story of, talk about harvest time, but also talk about someone that just like was like, all right, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to kind of throw this out there. She texted, or she boxed me, and she's like, hey, can we do another Freedom Revolution next week? So we did one like a month ago, and she did a bunch of like inviting. The 2 people she really wanted on didn't end up getting on, but she got like 5 other people at the last minute. We had a great turnout. Some of them were already on Juice Plus. Some of them are thinking about it and whatever. So she's already done one recently. And then so she's like, hey, can we do another one? I said, sure. So literally, first of all, let me just say she made a little graphic, which I thought was a really cute idea. And you know how Jennifer Myers is always talking about giving people free value. And I love that because people do. They want to know that we're in this for more than just telling them about Juice Plus, right? They want free value. They want help in all kinds of different things. We see that, and they want to know how to drink more water. They want to know how they can get better workouts and whatever. So she did this little thing. I'll just show you. It's just like a simple little flyer. And she said, Healthy Living Revolution free webinar, Tuesday, September 25th. Join us and receive free cookbook, protein shakes, and more. PM me for details. So she was texting people. Like, all she's been doing is inviting this. So last week, like after we had agreed on what time we were going to have this thing, she literally was like, okay, I have 3 people. I'm like, great job. Next day, hey, I have 5 people confirmed. I'm like, awesome. So she keeps going. You guys, today I was on a call and I looked down and she said 17 confirmed. She has 17 people confirmed to be on this Freedom Revolution Zoom, and she's already done one, and she's like so dang excited. And I just want to say, like, man, I love how simple the Freedom Revolution Zoom ideas are, you know, like, or call it a friends and family call if you don't want to use the script, and just kind of share a little bit about what you're doing. And you guys, a lot of you have done those as well. But I'm telling you, she has put in some effort this week, definitely, right? Like, she's inviting people. But I love that she is so excited. And she said, all these people, she's going to send them one free little like single serve shake packet. And she's going to send them one of our bars. And she's going to give them the little cookbook on Healthy Living Revolution. And they're so excited that they're going to get this free stuff, but they want to know what she's up to. And she goes, I just feel like, I don't even know, that idea just came to me. I stuck it on a flyer and I just went with it. She didn't even ask me about it. And I love that idea because now she got 17 dang people and she's like, I'm not slowing down. So she's determined that she wants to get her 2,000 plus done so that she can come to conference. And, you know, like, she needs to like kind of show that she's got the money to be able to do that. And so anyway, I just love that. And so it just made me think it is so underutilized for all of us, kind of like the water drinking challenge. I think that we know that it's there and we know that it works, right? When we invite people to a Freedom Revolution. But I think it's easy to kind of just forget it because it's so simple. All you literally have to do is invite to it, grab a friend or grab your upline or grab a sideline or whatever, or a downline, and just do a Freedom Revolution event with them and put that kind of intention in there. I mean, gosh, if 17 people show up, what if all those people order? That's more than her 2,000 plus done, you know, or what if half of the people order? That's almost her 2,000 plus done. And so I just think that it's a cool thing to keep in mind, but people are looking for this, you know, people are wanting answers, and you just never know, the conversations are going to come up everywhere if you're looking for them. So I wanted to throw that out there as kind of a little follow up to the harvest time. And then Peggy's going to share a little bit about her training that she did, because she did this amazing training when she was in Sacramento. So I asked her to share a couple of things from that. And then I'm going to just close it up when she's done.
Okay, so I'm going to make it kind of in a nutshell, but do you guys see this okay? Okay. So a couple weekends ago, I got to share at the Sacramento Regional, and I shared about having the mindset of a business builder and really thinking about, you know, because we all know and love Juice Plus, but how many people really think about the business the same way? Like, Juice Plus is amazing. So is our business. We need to share them both together all the time. And a lot of people don't. And I think that comes from mindset. It comes from not having belief in whatever. And so I said it starts with belief in the industry. And so I gave some statistics because I think it's super helpful to see this, and people are blown away. Like, this is crazy. So did you know that over $35.5 billion is done in annual sales from network marketing, just in the US. Now, if you take that worldwide, it's 182.5 billion. Like, that's a lot. And let me show you just how much that is. This one made everybody like jaws drop. Film, music, and soda industry combined, still network marketing industry brings in more money, which is crazy. So I just wanted to show people it is a thing. Like, it's a viable thing. What we are in is amazing. It's a really great way to make money. It's a really great way to share a product that we love and not have to worry about going to a store or, you know, dealing with the middleman, all of that. Like, we get to be ambassadors for all of that. And so anyway, it just blew me away when I saw that. This one blew me away a lot. And I'm so glad that there's 3 guys on here. And there were quite a bit of men in the room too in Sacramento. But overall, these are the stats. Like 26.5% are men and the rest are women. Like 73 whatever percent. My thing is over it. But 73.5% are women, which I think is super cool. So 2 things. I think it empowers women. It gives women that not only are stay-at-home moms, but maybe they work and maybe they want to feel like they're a part of something else. You know, all the things that we talk about. Maybe it's the community. Maybe it's just feeling like they're they're a woman and they can own their own business. They can own their own virtual franchise and run with it. I think it's super empowering. Also, I think this leaves a lot of room for men. And so I think we are missing the boat if we are not bringing our husbands along and maybe having them reaffirm, to men that this is a thing. And so I think too, what we're missing out on is husbands for whatever reason. Like I see all of us women on here, and I know several of you, our husbands are totally on board, but some maybe are not, and maybe we've never brought them in. I don't know. But whatever it is, maybe it's not husbands, maybe it's brothers or uncles or dads or whatever, friends, but there's a huge potential out there for men. And I think now more than ever, the entrepreneurial mindset is more front and center in the world. So anyway, loved that statistic too. Okay. All of us are in the right industry because people are buying and selling health and wellness products more than anything else, more than any other direct sales. And there's so many other network marketing companies, we see them all, makeup and clothes and all sorts of things. But still, people are buying health and wellness products the most. 33.8% of all products sold in network marketing is health and wellness. So I thought that was huge. And I think that should reaffirm for you that you're in the right place at the right time, selling the right product, because we obviously have the best health and wellness product out there. So with what we've got and network marketing, I think it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer for sure. Okay. Oh my gosh, my light is attracting all of the bugs. Okay. So I asked everybody in the audience, where are you on the spectrum? Pretend like this is a spectrum. Are you over here and you're a customer, or maybe you're a customer that's just signed up as a distributor that's only purchasing for yourself? Or are you somewhere along the spectrum all the way over to business builder? And what I mean by business builder is somebody who is actively sharing the business and actively signing on team members and actively having a team that's also signing on team members. So I just wanted to get a feel and a temperature for the audience. And so I know all of you are working your businesses. I know all of you show up, which is awesome. So just kind of check in with yourself a little bit, and you don't have to answer it here, but answer it for yourself. Where do you feel like you are right now on the spectrum? Just keep that in your brain. So we've all heard the quote, the African proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And I think it's not good. We have to go together in order to go fast in this business. Good thing. And we have to go together if we want to go far. So this is a work for yourself business, not a work by yourself business, which is amazing. And we can't fast track up this marketing plan if we do not have a team. We just can't do it. It doesn't work. It's not available to fast track any other way other than having a team of people, which is awesome. So we all have to go together. Okay, a couple more. You can build your business in one of two ways. And I've seen it done both, but definitely it's much more time consuming and difficult if you do it in the way of individual sales rather than team growth. And what I mean is you can have a really small team and you just are pushing everybody to sell a ton, and everybody is selling a ton, right? And you can do it that way, but that's a lot of customers. That's a lot of customer care. And that's like squeezing, I don't know, like trying to squeeze lemon juice out of a lemon that's already been squeezed. Like, it's hard to do. And so you want to, if you want your business to grow fast and you want to make it simpler, is to do it by team growth. And what I mean is have more people selling less and getting better results as far as your business goes. And you can go way farther and faster if you've got amazing team growth. Okay, does that make sense? All right. Oh, I can just scroll. Okay. Something to remember is we can always sponsor new team on day one. Day one. They don't need to know anything else other than I'm getting started, I'm signing my application, and they can bring a friend on day one. And if you personally do this and we're teaching our teams to do this, we can grow a massive team much faster. So it's like going in pairs, 2 by 2. Have a team, if we can plant that vision in our brand new team members' heads in the very beginning, I think that is super important. Okay. what it takes to be a business builder, drum roll, it's not that hard. Love and take Juice Plus, recommend Juice Plus, and invite other people to take a look. Not hard. But the last piece is where it's missing for a lot of people, is in just simply making the invitation. A lot of people are not, you want me to go down? A lot of people are not inviting others to take a look, and that's the missing piece, right? Because we are about recommending Juice Plus. We are about taking Juice Plus and loving it. But if we are not sharing this business, then we are not sharing the whole package of what we have to offer. Okay, and then I went through what if you got paid to invite, and we've talked about this on our call before, so we don't need to do that. But you know, if you have the mindset of what if Juice Plus is going to pay you $100, you really believed it. They're not going to do it, but if you really believed you were going to get paid $100 for every single invite you sent. Now, whether or not they say yes, not your problem. You still get paid, even just for the invite. So Breeze Girl that invited 17 people to this call is going to get $100 for each of those 17 people. That's amazing. So if we have that mindset, it takes out all the other pressure, I think. So I challenged everybody for 30 days and like half the audience took the challenge. So super excited about that. Okay, here's some habits. First, set the pace, then set goals, and then set a plan. And I think we talked about, and maybe I said this last week, I'm not sure, but I gave the analogy of the highway patrol officer. Did you guys hear this? Okay, so if you've seen like a police officer driving amongst you when you're on the highway or whatever, everybody slows down, right? Because we want to stay behind them. We don't want to go in front of them because we will get in trouble and we will get a ticket, but we want to stay behind them. But what he's doing is he's setting the pace. So if he's going slow, the people are going to go slow. If he's going fast, everybody's going to inch forward a little bit faster. So that's what we're doing for our team. If we are setting the pace too slow, everybody's going to go slow. We need to set the pace farther and faster than what our team is doing. You know, don't spend too much time worrying about, you know, if somebody is going fast or slow, don't worry about that. They'll come along and they'll catch up to you if they want to. Anyway, and then setting goals and setting plans. Because if you don't know where you're going and you don't know how you're going to get there, it's going to be hard for people to duplicate that behind you as well. And this is my last slide. And I got this, actually, Leah said this on our call last week and I loved it. So I added it to my slides. But John Maxwell says, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And this reminds me of Danette and Lori when they were not going to go to Sean Myers and he was like presenting at this boot camp or regional in their area and they were not going to go. And Sean was there and said, okay, I'll see you guys at the event. And they're like, we're not going. He's like, what? And what he said to them was that good leaders go. And so they're like, shoot, how can I not go now? So they went, and if they wouldn't have gone, they wouldn't have driven home together and devised a plan for both of them to get to national marketing director. That was the turning point. So anyway, there you have it.
That was so good. Thank you. Can you send me a picture of the slide that had like the white and it had a lot of writing on it?
I'll see if I can find it. I don't know which one it was.
Something about talking to a lot of people or something like that. It was kind of like it was white on your slide and there was like some writing on it and you had like some different things. Yeah. Okay. That was really good, Peg. I love that. And I think it's good too, because, you know, we always say we love you whether you do a little bit or a lot. And that is always true. It will forever be true. That's never going to change. Like, it'll always stay the same. But I love that you asked people, like, okay, I want you to just think about this. Like, think about where you're at. Like, it's not like you didn't have anyone raise their hand. There's no judgment. There's no nothing, because, again, this is your business. It's my business. It's Peggy's business. It's Brad's business. It's, you know, we have our own businesses. But I love that you said, like, which one of these things are you in? It's almost like saying, like, again, I'm taking it back to this analogy, the water analogy. Are you drinking enough water? Are you not? Or are you somewhere in the middle? It's kind of like one of those things where, like, I want you guys to know that when those kind of questions are asked, that you have the freedom to, like, go, oh, I'm here. And to be okay with, oh, I'm here. Like, I love that Crystal was like, you know, she didn't love when she realized, like, I only sponsored 2 people. Or what? No, was it you didn't sponsor someone for 2 years? Is that what it was? but you realized it and you were just like, okay, that's a fact. It's not like you're going to sit around and cry about it because it's past, but you can do something about it now because you wanted to, not because you had to, not because anyone made you, right? And so I love that it was kind of like figuring out a fact of where am I, and then deciding from there, well, where do I want to go? And so with all that, I just love it because I think that's something I want to say to you guys tonight, no matter where you are in your business, if you're figuring things out or jumping back in or, needing to take a break or whatever it is, you figure that out where you are in that spectrum and be there. That's okay. Like, you can choose where you want to be. Like Linda always says, like, figure out what it is and then draw a fence around that. Build a fence around whatever that is and, be there. But I just love that, Peg, because then you also said, okay, but if you do want to be a business builder, this is the mindset. So it's fine wherever you want to be. But if you're ready to have that mindset and to say, I want to be a business builder, I think those were just amazing little tips and just kind of mindset things, because it does take a completely different mindset, right? If you want to build this as a business builder and get paid as a business builder versus like when I was just doing this and it was a little hobby in the beginning. My mindset and my paycheck are super different than they were back in my food stamp days when I didn't have the right mindset or the right paycheck. So anyway, for whatever that's worth. So it's okay wherever you are, wherever you want to be. But if you want to go to that next phase, I love that there's that room to be growing in that. Okay. I want to close this up by explaining that I heard this talk a few nights ago and it was so powerful, like just really powerful. And there were a lot of things that I felt like could totally be applied to our business. So I just wanted to share a few of these thoughts with you guys. So I'm going through my notes here. And one of the things that I want to say that totally made me think about our business later when I was looking over these notes is, how many of you have ever said, and I'm not going to make you raise your hand, but kind of maybe even in the line of what Peggy was talking about, like, okay, it's time. I'm, in the words of Sean Myers, I'm drawing a line in the sand and I'm ready and I want to do this and I'm ready to do this business. And you make that decision, but like before you know it, you're like 5 minutes into the decision and all of a sudden you feel interrupted with busyness of life or total insecurity that is like crippling to you. Okay, I don't know if I'm not going to make you raise your hand, but I will say that like she was talking about a totally different kind of situation, but I was reading over this today and I was like, that totally can happen in our business. Like we're ready to go and we're saying to our upline, okay, like I'm all in, I'm ready to do this thing. And that could be the thing that kind of derails us, busyness or insecurity about that we have what it takes or, that, we even what to do or whatever. Here's another thing. So these are like some different kind of thoughts that some of them go together, some of them don't, but they're really powerful thoughts. She said, she was talking about something totally different, but she was saying there can be a gap sometimes in like people learning and teaching, like people who have been there before, teaching it to the next people that are kind of up and coming that are new. And she was talking about there can be a gap. Like if the people, and she was talking to women, like if the women who have gone before don't start reaching out and training and teaching these younger women, she said, there's going to be a gap. And then she said, we need you. So she's younger and she's speaking to the older women in the audience and she's saying, we need you because there's a gap. And I don't want there to be a gap. And so it just made me think too about our business. Like there are people that are new that are going to need us because we've been along the journey and we can say the stories like Crystal did and say, hey, I've been there, but I want you to know that I know you can do this. And I see things in you that maybe you don't see yet in yourself, but I want you to do this. And then find your place and start leading from there. And it can be something as small as, hey, I kept showing up and now I've got this new team member and, Crystal, I love that Darcy's on tonight. Darcy, we can't wait to meet you in person, but like you showed up and you were like, okay, I'm finding my place and I'm going to start leading. Okay. A couple other thoughts. One is making sure that we're always teachable. And I think that is so important, whether you're brand spanking new or whether you have been doing this business for 25 years, it's an important piece of this is being willing to be teachable and let other people speak into your life. I had the most amazing conversation with two of my kids tonight. And we were talking about some really deep, incredible topics. And even just to like see how that happened and just like the topic of being teachable and open and willing to have hard conversations. It was so good. And I'm like so proud of my children. I just love them. Like, it just was really cool to have that kind of a conversation. But I think even in our business, being teachable, but whatever situation you're in, like at home with your family, with your husband, whatever. And maybe not teachable is maybe not the right word for all of that, but just being open to having those conversations and realizing we don't always have all the answers. And it's the more we know, the more we realize we really don't know. And I think that that's an important thing to keep in mind. Be humble, be willing to be corrected. These are all kind of things that go along with that. And in this season, be willing to learn and to let people speak into you and to teach you. Poor Peggy's getting eaten by bugs. Okay, so one more thing I was going to say that I thought was really cool is thinking about the fact that we have these platforms that we have been given, right? Like platforms with the people around us, maybe at your kid's school, maybe with Tower Gardens, maybe with a workout group. I'm thinking about all kinds of different situations, maybe at your place of work. I was thinking about Lita, like she's a nurse and she's at work and she meets these other nurses and they're interested in health and whatever situation we're in. But being reminded of why we're really here and the mission that we're on to really change people's lives and give them freedom in all these different kind of areas, not just in their health, but all kinds of areas, remembering that that's more important than whatever platform we've been given. And I don't know if I'm saying it as well as this woman said it, but she was talking about it in a whole other context. And I'll just tell you real quick, she was actually sharing about the story of Elijah. Some of you guys might know that story, but she said Elijah found himself on an altar, not a platform. And it was just really interesting. And so it just made me think in terms of our business, thinking through it's the platform we've been given is awesome and it's important. And I think that those doors get open so that we can share with those kind of people, with different people that are going to be in our sphere of influence, but never be more attached or, holding on to the platform than we are the people that we can impact, so that's kind of the way that I took that when I kind of thought about how this relates to our business. But it was just really good. She said it so much better than that, but basically, hopefully you got the gist of it. But I think it's so cool. And so again, people need us. There are people that are waiting for us. They just don't know it as much as this woman was saying that to us in the audience the other night. But there are people that really do need us. And we've heard that a million times, but there are people waiting for an answer, praying for an answer, hoping for an answer. So Peggy was saying, we have a responsibility to share this with a lot of people. And I want that slide so I can remember the way you said it. But it's important for us to get out there and do that. So just an honor to serve alongside you guys and just to be able to do this together because, oh, hi, Hopeland. To be able to do this together. She's so dead cute. And to just be on this mission together. So I love you guys. I'm so glad that you're all here. And Peggy, thanks for sharing. That was an awesome training. So anyway, you guys have a great night. It was good to see you. We'll post a recording. Bye.
Good night.
Good